so talking all this talk about like professional and stuff, like tell us like aside from the sport, right? We know that the level is different. We know you're competing, but like the professionalism that you need to have now compared to college, how is that?
100% is different. Like,
You get fined for stuff now.
yeah, you late? Oh, okay, fine. Like, you know what I'm saying? You
Find me.
right.
You looking at the camera, fine.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you miss an appearance, fine. You know what I'm saying? You don't like reply to certain people's texts or late to certain doctor's appointments, fine.
Oh, I'm doing horrible.
You know?
Okay, maybe don't find me because replying to messages gonna kill me.
Exactly.
I'm
right?
like, I was asleep. I didn't know I had to.
He was like, "That's not my problem."
Yeah, like, it's your coach. So
You probably got a custom ringtone for your coach, huh?
man, yep. I be putting my stuff.
It's that.
Man, my stuff be on like personal, do not disturb, except for that group
Yep.
chat. I'm ain't on that. Like, it don't matter.
Yeah.
I'm blocked. But yeah, that's.
Another episode of Forever an Athlete podcast. You already know it's your host Kai,
And your boy Will, you know what it is.
and we got special guest.
Channing Chasten.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Professional soccer player. Played at Ohio State. Went to go see Ohio State lose.
Yikes.
Did last weekend. Tough. Sort of the year right.
Yeah, that was kind of sad. I ain't gonna lie to you.
He
It was a
kicked
great game. I thought y'all was gonna get
Great
blown
game.
out, to be honest.
It was the best game I've been to.
I was kind of mad it was so close because then it makes Bama look even worse because that's my team.
You a Bama fan?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
it's
man.
been a rough season. I mean, losing 2 games is rough. I'll take that.
That's what I'm
You know
saying.
what I'm
I hate Bama though. And I got family from Alabama, but it's whatever.
It be like that sometimes.
it
do.
You know, you stay up there up north.
Yeah.
Stay up north.
You feel me?
So like, I ain't even gonna lie. It's been a long day, Channing. You know, we've been filming. Actually advertising 1%. By the way, I told y'all the shirt was coming. Hold on, go ahead, stand up real quick.
Got the
Show
shirts
you know, show them. Turn around.
Tough.
Do a little twirl.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
fine. This is my
sir.
first time seeing it in person. I'm mad they give you one. Whatever it is, fine. You know?
Y'all
Yeah.
take Will's advice. Say I'm fine.
Yep. So it was in the making, bro. We've been grinding. He got in at 4 a.m. I picked him up. We slept for like 6 hours, and we've been up since then, off of Celsius and energy drinks and water. And
I've been up since 4.
well,
you slept for 2 hours, but
We slept for a
for a
few
little
hours, but then we've been filming. We went downtown. After this, we got to keep filming because we got more stuff before. Because he leaves tomorrow.
I'm thinking you finna be here for a while. No
quick
wonder why y'all had to
trip.
do all that. I literally was finna say, so why did y'all rush all of it? But they said it's
Yeah.
all right.
He leave tomorrow.
Well, not rush, but being time efficient. You feel me?
Yeah,
Exactly.
we're trying to get as much done as we can because actually his season starts soon. Camp starts soon. Remember, he's a professional soccer player. So
You in shape?
Yeah. I had surgery 2 months ago though. I had a torn hip labrum and hip impingement. So I had that surgery 2 months ago. Just got cleared to start jogging though. So I'm ahead of
that's
schedule.
dope.
I'm ahead of schedule. So
yeah.
hey,
when the
God's
sprints
plan,
start.
you know. Sprints.
Ooh,
Oh,
I
that's
know
probably
you
gonna
ready to
start
sprint.
like next week, next 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So conditioning.
Crazy for any athlete. I promise y'all, we hate running until you can't run, and then you're like, bro, I want to run so bad. Then you start running, you're like,
Exactly.
dog, I don't want to condition.
That's
Hey, look.
exactly what my physical therapist said. They said, "You sure you gonna want to run?" I'm like, "Yeah, because I want to run, be capable, but that mean I don't want to do fitness. But we gonna be
Exactly.
fitness, you know."
Yeah.
Crazy.
So like, just give us I think the first question that we have for you is like, before soccer, was there any other sports that you did?
Yeah. So I grew up in Ohio. So in Ohio, we played everything. I ran track. I actually ran track for 2 years in high school too. So I ran track. I played football. Played lacrosse. My dad played hockey. He's from Alaska, so he played hockey at
Yeah.
Michigan State. So I played hockey. Played baseball. I did a lot of sports, but soccer was one that just stuck at all times. It stuck.
Damn, that's crazy.
Mhm.
That many sports, let's see. Football, basketball, track, weightlifting. That's it. No,
Right.
you definitely got me in that category.
Yeah.
I picked my few and stuck with it.
Yep.
Kept it
Yeah.
moving. I just was like, and all of them pretty much just help with football.
Mhm.
Basketball, I stopped like freshman year of high school. I said, but I ain't growing no more.
Right.
If you watch the first episode,
Take
you
your
know
losses.
5'8", man. You know the
5'8",
struggle. Short Kings winning, man. Short Kings.
Short Kings
You know
on
what I
top.
Hey, look, that's why he was like, I need to get me a tall wife because I want my son, I
Oh,
want
yeah.
my kid to have a chance.
Have a chance, bro. Obviously, I got the size. I just need the height from somewhere.
Exactly.
So, hey, if any y'all need some advice, get the Short Kings. We need tall women. Stop playing.
So like, what was the journey like? So when did you decide like soccer was like your thing?
I would say probably like 7th grade.
Mm-hmm.
But even though I knew it was my thing, I still ran track for 2 years in high school.
Which I think helps, obviously.
Oh yeah, I definitely think for kids out there that like you should play all different types of sports because they help with your one main sport. Just like those different type of aspects of that type of sport
Stay
will help.
conditioned.
Well, you got to move
Exactly.
and everything.
Right,
100%.
exactly. It's totally different. So, but yeah, I would say 7th grade. I was like, dang, I think I could actually do something with this.
90 minutes is crazy.
It's
and,
long.
look, over that is crazy when y'all
Right.
have games like that are crazy. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like the World Cup, that last, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, the extra
crazy.
time you'd be like,
Yeah.
how many minutes?
I
Man,
didn't think Argentina was gonna pull that off, but they did though.
I know.
That boy Messi goated for real.
He is.
Nah, he
I'm
for
an
real
Mbappe
is.
fan too, but Messi the goat. Messi the goat.
Nah, Mbappe definitely
But
proved
he
his
gonna
worth.
be. Oh yeah, he
Oh
gonna
my
be up
gosh.
there.
Mhm.
3.
But hey, look at y'all talking about this. Like, how like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, would y'all ever thought like I'm gonna watch
First of
soccer
all,
like for real?
No.
when the World Cup ended? Literally like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks,
Yep.
a month ago. I didn't even like soccer.
See,
It was
No.
so tough this year that I literally started watching soccer.
Yeah.
And I was like,
the competition
and I
is
was on the
different.
cruise, so like I'm sitting there and they playing it on the screen every day.
Yep.
People had brought their jerseys on the cruise.
Going
I'm talking about-
crazy.
people was crying when Brazil lost. I'm talking about our cruise conductor, like the one that does all like the fun activities and stuff. She out there. I'm talking about she couldn't even
Do her
speak after
job.
the game.
You're not doing her.
She was like, I need a few minutes. I know we're supposed to do this contest, but you know, my country
Yeah.
just
That's
lost.
how-
Like we
right.
gotta just vibe for a little bit. I said,
Yeah,
okay.
that's what we was talking about. Me and Channing when we was just chilling and talking. I was just like, he was just like, you know, in America, soccer is really not that big as football, like in terms of popularity.
Yeah.
Just because you know, like we think about it, you have like Orlando and you have like all these different teams, but it's like he was like, but once you step out of the country, bro, it's all
Yeah,
people.
you
breathe.
speak about American football, it's different. You're
Yeah.
weird.
No, for real.
Right, that's serious.
Yeah, like if you talk about regular football, like soccer, they'd be like, yeah, that's the worldwide sport. It's so weird. America sometimes is so backwards with that. You'd be like,
very
we
backwards.
don't really care that.
Yeah, but
like
it
we
would-
care, but not to the extent that other people genuinely care
It
about.
would be dope though if American football got in the Olympics.
Oh, 100%.
That'd be tough.
The thing is though, they can't do it right now because
Not
all
everybody
the other
plays it.
all those other countries aren't gonna have no chance.
No.
It
That's
ain't
the
gonna be
reason why I
close.
want to do it. Hey, look, they could put me out there. I know I'm gonna be a dog.
Right.
I haven't played football in years.
He's like, he's like,
100%.
yeah, I want a gold medal. Give me a free gold medal.
Right.
No,
You
all
gonna
they're gonna
get
do
one
is bring
too.
all their rugby players over, and their rugby players are nasty.
Oh,
Nah,
100%.
you right.
Oh my god.
Even
And
rugby
they
is
feel
bigger
this-
worldwide, isn't it?
100%.
Yeah.
Rugby here, nothing compared.
That's like
Only
cricket.
thing we got is our USA Sevens team for
Mm-hmm.
rugby. Dope. They're so good. But it's because we're used to playing those high paced games, like very
Yeah.
fast. Like as soon as we slow rugby down for us, like in the US, like it's kind of rough.
Right.
Like, going from 7s to 15s,
Mm-hmm.
not our thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So going off of like how how important soccer is worldwide, but then also to you, what was the journey like in high school to get to something like Ohio State's a big deal? You know,
Yeah.
D1 soccer is a big deal regardless. And I know soccer is a different when it comes to scholarship, when it comes to when you can leave, because you only was there 2 years and went pro.
2.5 years.
That
yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah.
Like so, just tell us about
Big money moves, man. I'm trying to be like you. You feel me? Big
But-
money, Chad.
So I guess what I'm just asking is like what was it like? So was Ohio State your only interest during high school, or what other places were there?
So I was born in Ohio.
Mhm.
Lived there till I was like 11. Then we moved to Arizona. But my mom went to Ohio State. I grew up loving Ohio State, all sports like football, basketball. I was an Ohio State football fan, like die hard.
Of course.
Still am.
See, I got a little rivalry because you said your dad went to
Michigan State.
Michigan State, okay.
Right, but that's not.
Kinda.
you
Yeah, it's
know,
not
That's
big.
not Michigan. That's
That's
not
the
Michigan.
team up north, you know,
Yeah,
but
it's, yeah.
exactly. And my sister actually go to Michigan State too. So
Okay,
it's
that's
kind of
dope.
crazy how
Split
that
household.
worked out. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I was getting recruited. I got recruited by other schools too, like University of Washington, Bowling Green, SMU,
Mhm.
a couple of Michigan State, a couple other schools around the country. But as soon as I got offered to Ohio State, I was like, nah, like
That's it.
they're even then like they're not historically as good as like the other schools at soccer, But it was like the overall aspect of just like the school, the
What you
alumni,
love.
the
Mhm.
education, and like being able to go back to my home state and like play for Ohio
What
State.
years were you there?
I graduated high school in 2019, so 2020 through.
We got a
left.
baby on the pod.
Yeah, I left last January.
Yeah.
Okay. So you 21,
I'm 22.
22.
Yep.
Okay. Not that much. I'm only 23. We
See,
good.
come on now.
We good.
I ain't too young, man.
Not bad.
Yeah. So continuing on then, like so then you go through your years as, playing 2 years in college, and how did the conversation of going pro started? Were they just interested in you? Was it like when you went back to Arizona, were they watching your film? So like how did that even occur? Like how did you know like, whoa, wait, I'm actually might be pro?
So like when COVID happened, you know how like everyone was still home. If you were in college, everyone was still home, right?
Yeah.
So my coach was like, "What do you want to do during the summer to like get better, stay in shape?" I was like, I'm gonna train with the team back home. So I decided to train with the Phoenix Rising, which is the team I'm on now. I just trained. He asked if I could train with them for the summer, and they're like, "Yeah, send over some film and we'll see." So they sent over film and they're like, "Yeah, he can train with us." So I trained with them for like almost 2 months while I was home, and man, it's a big step. It was a big difference, but I held my own. And then at the end of the 2 months, it was my last day. I was like, "Thank you, coaches. Like I'm leaving. I'm going back to school. Blah blah blah." And they were like, "How do you feel about like playing pro? Like, have you ever wanted to play pro?" I was like, "Yeah, that's always been my dream." In my life, you know what I'm saying? They were like,
duh.
"Well,
That's
like we're
crazy.
interested." They're like, "We're interested." So like we want to talk, like have your parents and us like talk to the GM and things like that. So did that, and then we actually decided it was best for me to go back to school just for one more semester or to have forever how long. And I went back for one more season, my junior season. I had my best season.
I mean, you were trained to a pro, so I'd hope so.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, right? It's
Was the pacing different to you?
Like,
like
once
but once I came back, that was the thing. Like I came back like no one can touch me. Like not being cocky or anything, but like
But because
just
you
playing
train
against
with
those-
being cocky, you feel
like
like
I'm
high
playing like
level.
against like people that are old. Like I'm talking about 33, 30, like people that are former national team players, things like that. The game just slowed down for me. Like it's exactly what I needed. So after
that
that,
is crazy. I can imagine playing like you after playing against national like team like players and stuff like that, and you train and keeping up for 2 months. It's like a hyperbolic time chamber.
100%.
It's like you're a Super
You
Saiyan.
talking about not being cocky? I know you can't touch me, and nobody can
And
touch
then,
me.
and then-
Oh, the
I
cockiness
can
is
imagine
coming.
to
Right.
then like translate everything you learned to then playing your last like semester of college ball, and like I can like, and some of them are freshmen, some of them, they're like kids in
Right.
comparison to what you were doing. You were like, this is weird because it's like this is
yeah,
nothing.
Was it hard, like as far as like, so only thing I can like correlate it to is like you go play organized basketball and you go play with these pickup guys and you're like, bro, they just don't play the game the same. So
Right.
going from playing with pros, like how was it going back to school? I know there had to be like a big difference as far as like
huge.
you couldn't make this pass as far because he might not catch up to it like a guy in Arizona could or stuff like that.
100%. I would say it's more of like technical ability. So with like that means like how hard can you pass someone the ball and then trap it well and like not have it go all over the place. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
In the
Like
pros,
that first touch kind of up.
exactly.
I know a
In the
little
pros,
bit. He
yeah,
trying to
yeah,
talk
yeah.
like I don't know.
Like
In the
just
pros,
to give you a background too, he actually trained a female that plays in Spain.
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
She plays
uh-huh.
she plays abroad. She plays in Spain. Shout
Shout out to Yaz,
Yaz,
man. You know,
Okay.
bro.
I
So
like
Yeah,
she
yeah.
She plays
We're going to
in
go to a
Madrid.
game. We're going to go to a game. Travel to Spain for something.
Yeah,
I'm
bro.
down. I
Yeah.
ain't
She
down. I
lives, she
mean,
lives in Madrid.
you know, I don't mess
Okay.
with planes like that. They're going to have to sedate me and then
Yeah,
wake
he don't
me
like
up when I
planes.
get there.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I still get on them, but like hey,
Right.
that turbulence be
But yeah,
killing
so
me.
he
bro.
trained-
I
so-
feel you.
but we can faithfully say he trained a professional
Yeah.
soccer player.
Uh-huh. Okay,
So-
that's dope.
Yeah,
But yeah,
that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Very different for me.
Right?
I went from just football. That summer went football,
softball.
added a soccer player, a little bit of softball,
Did volleyball that year.
volleyball.
Basketball a little bit.
Oh, with DIA, yeah, I
Yeah.
did basketball, volleyball.
He's a certified trainer. So if
Even
you ever been
we helped out
Florida,
with Rollins, yeah, that was
That's
Oh,
it. That's the
oh
guy.
yeah.
yeah.
This
I
is
got
Next
you.
off season when you come back for like I'm gonna be training with you.
Arizona.
You gotta get right. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
I
saying?
got you.
Regardless.
Nah, I'm gonna let you know he's a good coach, but I hate him. That's why he's a good coach.
That's good though.
He don't play with conditioning either,
Yeah.
bro.
Hey, anytime, anywhere you need to work, I'm gonna come get
Hey,
the work at. You know.
just know
Mm.
it's gonna be like that. Certified.
He
You
said,
feel me?
right.
he's like, oh, so you professional? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
We-
We
okay.
gonna work out the details later.
No, no holding back then.
So You know, so talking all this talk about like professional and stuff, like tell us like aside from the sport, right? We know that the level is different. We know you're competing, but like the professionalism that you need to have now compared to college, how is that?
100% is different. Like,
You get fined for stuff now.
yeah, you late? Oh, okay, fine. Like, you know what I'm saying? You
Find me.
right.
You looking at the camera, fine.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you miss an appearance, fine. You know what I'm saying? You don't like reply to certain people's texts or late to certain doctor's appointments, fine.
Oh, I'm doing horrible.
You know?
Okay, maybe don't find me because replying to messages gonna kill me.
Exactly.
I'm
right?
like, I was asleep. I didn't know I had to.
He was like, "That's not my problem."
Yeah, like, it's your coach. So
You probably
yeah,
got a custom ringtone for your coach, huh?
man, yep. I be putting my
It's
stuff.
that. It's that.
Man, my stuff be on like personal, do not disturb, except for that group
Yep.
chat. I'm ain't on that. Like it don't matter.
Yeah.
I'm blocked. But yeah, that's different. And then who you interact with, like you know what I'm saying, who your circle is. You can't just be around just anybody.
Exactly.
You know,
gotta-
so
you-
that's
you
something that
rep-
anyone
so-
should do. But like when you're in
Professional
professional sports,
sports.
even more, it's like
Yeah.
you gotta watch who you're around,
preying
watch
on
what,
your downfall constantly.
right, watch what you
100%.
post, watch what you like on
Ain't that-
Instagram.
So
or
do you have
anything.
a like? I don't want to say like you might not have a personalized like PR team, but as far as like, I'm assuming the team
They
team
do.
itself does. So like, do you when you're about to post something, do you have to go through them first?
You don't have to
Or if
go
you
through
about to
them,
say
but
something?
say if you post something that then they'll look and be like, yo, maybe like you
need to
should
take this
post
down.
that. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's really interesting, and I'm not even gonna throw shade on this podcast, but
But
it
we throwing
no,
shade.
that's probably the second half because
Okay.
I know Channing looking at me because the second half we talking about the brand and we're gonna talk about that, but and how the
I don't
conception
know
of
about
it.
that part, but guess what? I'll throw the shade. They can tell me, and I'm gonna throw the shade.
But look, it's just because his page, you know, is certified. He has a certified check mark, and you know, a social media that's important.
Very important.
And he watches what he posts all the time. And we had someone on our team that's not here anymore that literally just was doing whatever sometimes when it comes to posting or like I remember the first time he was like with our 1% brand because now that's an extension of him. So you have to
Yeah.
remember like now
So
he has to
you
watch
say
what that
something
does
crazy,
too
yeah.
because then that's a direct representation of him in his professional sport. He was commenting under his former agency. And he was like, bro, you got to chill with the 1% stuff. Like, you're commenting under females' pictures. You're commenting under.
Was he forgetting that he was on that like account?
No,
No, he did.
He did it
like,
on purpose.
on the account.
with the 1% apparel.
And I was like, this is a professional. Like this is our
Yeah.
I
brand.
need
like,
you to delete all
why
that.
are we-
That's crazy.
I tried.
Like
but
I
it
might
was a lot.
wild out, but when it comes to stuff like that, yeah,
No.
that's OD.
Exactly.
Because you're affecting the image of a brand that's upcoming. People are not going to take you seriously. But then on top of that, you're also like, this is an extension of all of us.
And I feel like you're just only gonna ever be taken as a joke.
Exactly.
So that's just like the one fighter. Oh my gosh, she be on ESPN under all the. I forgot that man's name. I know you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah. I don't know, like
Dylan something maybe. I don't know what his name
Dylan
is. But
something.
Like, he's under like every ESPN post, and like it's to the point where I can't even take him serious because he's always calling somebody out or saying they're a baby or
Yeah.
like whatever. I'm just like,
And-
but if you're doing it to everybody or you're
And
making
I know,
you really
and, you know,
mean it, you
and,
know?
I think he just didn't really have a clue because even in college, you have to watch what you do. But then now it's more important for him, and I'm trying to watch out for him because it's like he can get fined for stupid stuff, or he can get in trouble for stupid stuff. So it's just like it's not worth it. Just keep it professional, and then anything personal, just text him about it or like do something personal about it.
and you're playing with somebody's money. Like you playing with somebody's pocket, it get personal real quick.
real quick.
Like, I'm
Real
like,
quick.
dog, like you owe me. You said that you owe me $2,000. They took $2,000 from me. That's how I feel about it. Though. It's just like, damn, like you just lost me this.
100%.
And I'm assuming you said they got a PR team, so I know they know this is attached to you. They know you're reposting it. They
Oh,
probably
that-
already looked into it. Like,
Yeah, and,
okay,
and, then,
like-
and then to
100%.
be represented, and then his teammates also follow the brand, and then
Exactly.
you know
Right.
his teammates, and then there are people who are asking about the brand because we're gonna be expanding this when he goes in season. Like we're gonna have stuff that he represents.
hey, so it'd be tough. You know, you mess around and score. You
You know what I'm
1%,
saying?
You feel me? That'd be
Under
dope.
the Phoenix Rising,
Nah,
have
like-
a little 1%.
I'm telling you, like I'm really like in on this brand. This is something I've been like.
Yeah,
Me and the former guy that were in it, we brought up to Kai, and then like I started messing with Kai more than the guy I brought in with. You know what I'm saying?
It'd be
And
like
I
that
was like,
sometimes.
and Kai just saw the vision right away. You know, so it's like,
yeah.
and
It's-
this is something I truly believe in. Like I'm
Yeah.
gonna get tatted on me one day. You know what I'm saying? So it's
That's
like,
dope.
so
Oh, God.
Got to.
yeah.
But that's really what we're saying is just how different it's so interesting, like between people who are not professional sports still and to have someone who is professional sports. The world is so different sometimes because you have to like he has to watch every step that he makes. He has to like make sure like he he just like meticulously.
Yeah.
Everything has to be like
It's
a
even
certain
like
way.
it could be something as simple as, oh, hey, we going to party type vibe, and
Oh, where are we going?
yeah, where we going? How many cameras finna be there? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I might not be able to drink that much, I might vibe. House
Mm-hmm.
party vibes, you with the family, you cool, like you could kind of just chill.
Right.
But other people they know who you are. Like even if they don't, they might mistakenly they might see something
Or
that can
record
come
you.
bite you back.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. You gotta be careful. You gotta
Yeah.
be careful. They might record you. Might get out somewhere. They might go to your coaches. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? And it's like you have to be careful every step you make. It ain't like pressure, but like
Yeah, but you just be mindful.
yeah, exactly.
You have that in the back of your head, like I am a professional athlete. Like this is really what I do,
Right.
and I'm trying to make this last.
And for me personally, I'm not really where I want to be at with the professional realm. Like I want to at some point play overseas and things like that. So it's like, what's the team that's scouting you? What are they gonna think when they see that video of you? You know what I'm saying? So you gotta also think about that too. Not just the team you're on, but the next team you might want to go to.
For sure.
If you could, hold on, before you halftime, one more question, soccer related. If you could play for any club, what club would it be?
Personally, it would probably be Crystal Palace.
What is that?
So
Yeah,
they're in the
but I was
Premier.
stuck.
They're in the Premier League in England, which is the
dope.
top league in the world. So that's what I would play for.
Dang. Yeah, if y'all watching,
But that's halftime, so we're gonna come back and we're gonna expand a little bit on the brand. We're gonna sit here and discuss a little bit more of the backstory behind 1%, which is this is his baby, and I came on board, so just gonna go ahead and spread that out. But we'll be right back.
Here goes to our sponsors.
Yes, sir.
Hi. So, our sponsor today is CEO Chicks. Thank you to CEO Chicks. Provided me with the studio space that you see in the recording that allowed us to be able to start the first couple episodes of the podcast. With that being said, if you are a woman, you're trying to get your brand started, go ahead and hit them up. Website is going to be down below on the bottom of the screen, and it is ran by this woman right here. It's Colleen Otero. Also, shameless plug, guess what? I have a t-shirt releasing. Me and my partner, his ad's gonna be right here, are actually releasing a t-shirt this month. I know, it's been in planning, it's been in preparation, and I am super duper excited to be able to give you guys this merch. The company is called 1% Apparel. Go ahead and follow it on Instagram. We are going to be unloading a lot of content within the coming weeks of January. Pre-orders are going to be out soon. I am super excited about that. So be on the lookout for 1% Apparel. And once again, thank you to CEO Chicks for sponsoring this episode of the podcast. Now, let's get back to the show.
All right, welcome back to the podcast. So this is what we really gonna talk about. I really wanted to introduce Channing, what he is, his morals, his beliefs, and I know y'all are like, dang, like who's this previous guy? We ain't gonna leave him no name because I'm gonna be honest with you. This is the podcast to talk about everything. So we gonna talk about everything. We gonna get something off our chest.
You know the vibes, man.
We gonna get something off our chest, bro.
What you gotta do, man.
Because this is what the athletic world and friendships and everything. This is what it's about. It's about real, and yeah. So we'll start it off with Channing, just like how this came about. What 1% really was.
So speaking of 1%, I was at school at Ohio State. It was like during COVID, and our season got canceled in the fall, so we had it in the spring. And I was going through it. My dad had a stroke like right before I went to college. So I was going through it. I almost transferred. I was like, I want to be closer to home, like just to be like see him all the time. You know what I'm saying? But he's doing better. So but I was like, what can I do to like get better? Like every day or whatever. I said I came up with a phrase like I put 1% on my whiteboard in my room, 1% better every day. I wrote that on my whiteboard and I would look at it every time I got up. But then I started telling my friend, I was like, yo, like this is what I'm thinking of doing and like blah blah blah. I was like, yo, what would you do like a word of the week to like get better mentally, physically, spiritually, whatever it is. Get 1% better at whatever you want to get better at. You know what I'm saying? So we started coming up with a word of the week, things like that. And then it came to develop into like a word of the week. We did that. And then it came like, yo, let's start a brand about this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, spread the word of like mental health is huge right now, and I was struggling with it.
especially
and, like,
in men.
right. You know what I'm saying? And,
athletics, bro.
especially
True.
black men. You know what I'm saying? Or like,
how many athletes really like are going through something and they commit suicide like that?
100%.
Sometimes
don't
you
even
feel like you
know.
can't say something.
Yeah,
At the
because,
middle of the world.
because they feel like I'm an athlete, I'm a man, I can't be. But no, like
Can't be soft.
But that's what.
It's not being soft though.
No,
No,
it's
not
just
at all.
being
Not at
tapped
all.
with your emotions. You know what I'm saying? So I really think like 1% is what you. That's why I really felt that, especially because being an athlete and he's been an athlete. He knows what it's like.
Man, I'm still an athlete. Why you trying me? Okay, it's fast.
bro was playing basketball. He called me on the phone. I need to condition.
Them first 5 minutes was rough.
Boy, I know. Hey, look, no, it was. Boy, was dressed just went 5 minutes.
Hey, but I was hooping though. Hey, you feel me? I
what you
still
be doing?
dropped some
You done in the
buckets.
post or what? What you doing?
Man, I'm doing it all, man.
Okay.
I dribble a little bit, pull up from the three,
Okay.
He definitely
finesse a
all
little
around.
bit. But I
missed from the
definitely,
three.
I missed once. I airball one, but that second one, splash in the
Yup.
man face,
Splash
hand in my face and
Brothers.
everything.
Yup.
Felt like I was James Harden for a second. Little step back.
Old James Harden or like,
Old James Harden. Don't try.
but he going crazy right now though. I ain't gonna lie.
No,
He been going-
but it's not the same
Nah.
as like
No, it's not the same.
Rockets.
Right.
Like, yeah.
No,
That's
he,
like
no,
prime
he said
Rockets.
he the Hanes socks and Skechers Kyrie.
Ooh.
But he balling
Hey,
though.
but he
30
balling.
points.
But hey, never. I like Nike too much for that.
But
Smart decision.
oh,
Business
God.
decision.
You feel me?
He's like, so Nike, if you
Nike, check
if
us
you want
out.
to sponsor
I
me.
already work for you.
For real though, y'all
He's
can
like,
sponsor us.
he's like, if you want to sponsor me, just please let me know.
Please.
We're also doing the give. Oh yeah, also shameless plug. We also doing the giveaway. So when this podcast reaches, or when the page reaches 100, we giving away gloves, right? Is it gloves?
Yep, gloves.
And then when it reaches 500 followers, what are we giving away?
It
Is it a
should be
$50 or $100 gift card? $100 gift card. Nike.
We're gonna do, Nike. We're doing Nike. Sound good to me.
$100 gift card to Nike.
And the gloves are football gloves.
Yeah.
Just so y'all don't get mistaken. I know we got a soccer player on here right now, so it's I don't want you to think we
But look,
got.
if a soccer player does happen,
goalie gloves.
so we'll go ahead. I'll go ahead and get. We go ahead and get you
we'll
some.
make it work.
Like depending on what you want. If you're a goalie, we'll go ahead and get you some gloves. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So rewinding back to 1% and like mental health. So that's really where it started for you, right?
100%.
And then you made it with a brand and collaborated with him.
The one that should not be named. He like Voldemort right now. if you in a Harry Potter, you
I
know
love
the
Harry
vibes.
Potter though. I
I
love
was about to
Harry
say, if
Potter.
you're in a Harry
man.
Potter, you know what I'm talking about.
So like you collaborated with him, and then just took off. Then y'all were just like starting to jot down ideas.
Yeah, jot down ideas. This probably started like maybe 8 months ago, almost a year ago now.
This
Yeah.
happened quicker than I thought it did.
It happened quick, man, which is
Brand
good
ain't
though.
easy to build.
Nah, not at all. And I think the hardest part is actually follow through.
Mhm.
So that's the fact.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To
Biggest
actually
thing.
follow through.
I have a whole page for apparel brand that I thought I was
See?
going to start and I ain't started. But now I'm a little motivated. You feel me?
Yeah, man. hey,
bro.
hey, we gonna collab on something. once
Will
you
the
get those-
grind
you know what I'm
X?
saying?
Will the grind X 1%, bro?
You know,
Yeah,
we're
I'm
gonna
serious.
call it essential grind. Though, you feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a vibe
essential. Oh
goes
yeah,
with it.
yeah. Brand
Essential
update,
grind.
essential.
Essential grind.
But
like that.
But yeah, so you guys revved it up, and then that's when I came on board.
Yeah, so
That's dope.
the man one of my best friends that we used to be my best friend, we like he connected with Kai and when he was in Detroit, and he was like, yo, I met this cool dude, like graphic designer, man, I messed with him, like I told him about the brand, blah blah blah, and he was messing with it. So then we hopped into a call with Kai, it was like a Zoom call, FaceTime, and he was like messing with our idea. He was just our graphic designer to like make our logo, blah blah blah. And then he started to be like, man, I really mess with this. And then he started getting more and more involved. And we're like, man, we just hop on with us, man. Like, we like, you stand for our beliefs, the brand's beliefs. Like, hop in with us, man. Like, come be great with us. And he did, and that's where we are now, man. And now it's just me and him.
So the biggest and the biggest thing was to follow through on a brand. You need to have deadlines. That's really what
I
it
ain't
was.
said no deadline.
Yeah. But so that's exactly what we did. It really started to get in motion after the logo was created. It really started getting in motion July, August.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we really was just, or not, I'm sorry, not July, August, but August, September time. And that was when we were like setting deadlines. We was like, no, we got to, what's the brand mission? What's the brand state? Bro, it's so crazy because I remember these calls. Like it happened yesterday. Like just getting the brand statement, getting the brand mission and all these different things. And now here we are like on a podcast with shirts on,
like,
talking about
Crazy how far it
set, bro. Oh, I hit that
Yeah,
mic.
yeah,
Talking
yeah.
about, I'm excited. Talking about
Right.
1%, bro. Like we are really.
I feel like
serious.
one thing to touch on though, I feel like something big, especially for like brands, is like not speaking about it too much until you're ready to actually put it into motion.
100%.
Because then you have that pressure from outside people, and then it's like, oh, like, hey, maybe you should do this, maybe you should do it. If they don't know, they can't even give you no input. Like, I don't care. We'll think about your input after that. That first job, I feel like, is really for yourself.
It is.
It's about what you like, and at the end of the day, your brand is your brand. Like, you gotta make what you like. If you don't even, if you make your shirt to the point where it's for the people and you don't really like it, how you gonna support it if you don't even wear it?
Exactly, and that's really where we were. And the biggest thing was just staying on point, right? Staying on task. And I was just a guy who was like, bro, I'm gonna help their vision as much as possible until I started to I was like, let me really invest into it, because started to find out like this is where we're gonna get into the real, like, what really happened behind the scenes. Man. It was like starting to find out one guy wasn't putting in the work. We were all like, me and Channing are always ready to invest. The biggest thing about your business is you're gonna lose money in the beginning.
Like, you got to be pulling
money in. You got to pull your weight. You got to pull you got to do what
unless
you
already set that. Unless you already put that in the air. Yeah. Like, if I came into it and I ain't had no money, and I let that be known, and you still wanted me on the team, then that's different.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
That makes 100%. We gonna rock with you.
Speak about
everything.
Right.
Everything. When you start a business, you are going to make a net loss all the time, right? So everything, bro. Even like LLC costs money. Trademarking costs money. Buying these shirts costs money.
Samples,
even for the samples.
Yeah, but it's just a sample.
And depending on where you get the samples from, they are not cheap.
Yeah, you see the quality? Go ahead.
Exactly.
Bro, this was not cheap.
Make sure y'all get one of them.
This was not cheap, but we wanted to do it because this is what we wanted. This is the vision. And and it started getting really weird because every call we're on is this guy's super sporadic. Like, he wants to 1% movies, like a movie company. We're like, bro, what are you talking about, bro?
We haven't even made the first vision come out.
We're not
like,
even
come to like a complete like actual product that you want to move on to the next.
And we're not even talking about this. He changed the name of our Instagram.
He kept trying to change
like
the brand.
1% Productions. We're not. We're apparel. We're not productions. We're 1% apparel.
And every time like you had people with wisdom, like my dad or my mom try to go on, he's being super receptive and he's just like
interrupting.
But and we're like, bro, you don't know.
If there's any people I'm finna listen to, I ain't gonna cap it. Is your parents?
Yeah,
right. That's what I told her. I was like, just listen.
Just
man.
listen. Like
especially like them two, they have a good following. They know what they're talking about. Like they have their own businesses. Like
they're obviously doing something right.
Yeah,
exactly.
So he was just on this rampage of not listening, being super sporadic. But then we had that's when we had to start. Me and him never needed a voting system because we're like we know how to communicate, but we needed a voting system specifically for him.
So he had no form of compromise.
He had no form.
That's crazy.
And
that sounds like a little kid.
Yeah, it was.
It's what we were doing
because we were trying to monetize him, and his biggest thing was, I'm advertising the brand, and he's.
So he was too into the money off it.
But no, he wasn't even too into the money off it because he was. Imagine you're a billionaire, and his form of advertisement isn't proposing a business plan. It's so this is my brand. You should follow it. Not knowing what it is, not knowing what it does, not knowing why would it benefit a billionaire like you to invest in us? Why would it? Because we didn't even.
I don't even know what it is. Like,
exactly. There was nothing.
There was no pitch.
This wasn't even conceptualized yet. And then his form of branding was he would like message Nike on DM them and be like, "You want to collab?" Bro, that's so embarrassing. Like, what? We don't even know what we want to collab on.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, so he kept on like using our account name to like try to reach out to. And he was like, "I was in the club. I worked at a bar and I was in the club and I was advertising y'all." No one's taking you
seriously. Did you have a shirt on or something? I don't get what you mean.
No, he was just telling people about the brand. I told this shorty about the brand. I told this girl about the brand.
She probably drunk. You had a better chance getting a business card and trying to sign her that.
Right.
Be like, keep this in your wallet. You'll look at it one day.
Or I told this
when you're not drunk.
Or I told this multi-billionaire. I told this multi-millionaire. I was in the section with him at the club, and I was telling him about the brand. And he was like, "Oh, I mess with it." So what?
He followed it and it unfollowed it the next day. What's that gonna do?
Yikes!
That's embarrassing.
He played him.
No, yeah, that's
Easiest thing in
embarrassing.
the book,
and you know what that tells me? Like, he was probably annoying him so that he would just let him go away. So, but then it's just like we were at a position where we were posting things, but then for a period of time we did go dark because we're just gonna focus on getting the business proposal done and getting these shirts
for a while. I didn't even know you was doing this.
Yeah, we still were.
I know you had posted a few times in your story, but like
we still
at
were.
one point I thought it was it was like your brand, and I think that was a time where you weren't really a part of it yet.
Yeah.
So like you were just like graphic.
Yeah, and we
designer
still
for it.
we still were like, and we went dark on purpose because we were like, you know what, let's just not post anything yet until we get all these to get the shirts, because then people have been asking, and we're like, it's coming, but then it's time.
Can I be the first customer?
Yeah.
All right. I just want to feel special.
Yeah, and pre-orders, and pre-orders. By the time this
Yeah,
video,
I might need mine signed though.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Oh.
by the time this video comes out, pre-orders are available. I'm letting everyone know pre-orders are available by the time the video comes out. So
Tap
get a
in.
shirt, tap in.
I bet I get mine first though.
Probably will.
He probably will. We ain't
But
gonna lie to y'all.
But look, so we say all that we say all that to say, like, this guy was like super unstable, and it was not good for business. And this is the last point. We knew that we had to cut him off because he was lying. He was lying so much
About
about
all that
different
stuff?
things. Bro. This is the
Like
last
about
point.
actually
This is the
promoting
last.
and
This,
advertising.
this is the last point I'll make, and he knows exactly what I'm about to talk about. So, you can't mix emotion with business. Okay.
Nah,
You can't, not at all. Not when you're trying to start up something. Inconsistency kills a business. He was like, I need to take a mental break. First of all, he didn't pay for nothing that me and him was paying for. He didn't make anything. He didn't do anything, but he needed to take a mental break from the business.
Yeah, I'm confused.
Yeah, I'm confused. What
The
is-
only thing we did was have Sunday meetings, weekly meetings.
Yeah.
So I don't know what.
And when we
And
asked
it was
him,
over the phone, I'm assuming, right?
yeah, and
Right.
when we asked him,
Right.
So you could literally be laying in bed for all I care.
and when we asked him what did he do, it was literally nothing all the time. Me and him were like, we got this done, we got this done. He was like, yeah, so I advertised the brand to different people. Trash.
See, that's crazy because you could even just like, you could just simply ask, what do y'all need help with?
Yeah.
That's
Like
it.
even for
Never
me,
pulls
like I'm not
away.
like it's
And
one
the
of the
thing
things that it's like I don't ever want to feel like I'm a burden or I'm holding something
Right.
back. So like, if I feel like that, I'm gonna ask you what I need to do, like, or I'm gonna just reach out, hey, like let's sit down and talk about what we got to get going. Like I don't know what I know you do a lot, maybe I do a lot. Like
Yeah.
let's figure it out so we can work this out together. So
And
if
the
you don't
thing-
feel like you're taking the workload or I'm taking the workload,
Right.
Because that's when the whole brand gets messed up and you got to go into, all right, well maybe I should get more money because you not really doing nothing. Maybe you shouldn't even be a part
and
of
then
it.
that's what
Like,
we said. And that's really, we never really wanted to start it off like that.
You
So
never want
then-
to do that.
never.
And so, but we saw how unstable he was. Long story short, we cut him from the business. And then he started like coming at the business like, these are not my real friends and this and that.
Oh, the
Lying
block.
on our name, the business
Lying on our
name,
name.
I'm
going to
assuming y'all
social
blocked
media about
Yeah,
it. Oh,
bro
had
said,
Oh, the
bro
block.
said my mom and my sister died only to find, but I'm like, well, your mom is still commenting under your post. What do you mean she died? And then your sister, and now it's my sister's in a hospital, but I thought you told me your sister died. So then he was just
Ooh.
lying.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So he was just lying. So overall,
Which you don't want to speak that into existence, yo.
Not at
Don't do
all.
that, 100%.
Overall, man, to say like
we happier where we are now.
we're happy where we are. Hey, I wish the best for him, man. But
Yeah.
sometimes you gotta part ways with people if they're
Yeah.
not good for your business, your brand, your mental.
Yeah.
Sometimes people
Hey.
only live your life temporarily, and it be like
Exactly.
that. They're helping you get to a certain point.
Is there? You know what's funny is everything happens for a reason.
100%.
So that's why we really wasn't.
Wasn't tweaking out about
Yeah.
it.
No.
You know?
So that's pretty much the little brand section.
Mhm.
So now, wait, when you were in college where NIL deals were happening?
For 1 year, so like one semester. I was.
Is that where this is? This where the brand really started? Because I was like, you can't really use your name and likeness to.
No,
Or was it after? All
It
of
was
that?
after.
Okay.
I was still thinking of doing the brand just
Mhm.
through me, so I still could have done that. You could start your own brand.
Well, I
But
thought you could use your with NIL. Now you can use your name and likeness. but-
yeah, but with NIL, it really don't matter unless you're like a basketball or football player or someone that has a lot of following. Maybe if you're on TikTok or like something you just blew up or something.
Mm-hmm.
But it really don't benefit you unless you're like on those sports. If that makes sense.
Yikes. Okay.
To make that type of money,
Yeah.
like life changing or like decent money. If you just in like playing soccer
I know
or
that-
like those other sports,
Mhm.
you're not making much. But those people that play football and basketball,
Because I know there's like Division I players who, you hear the stories all the time. They be like, man, the calf closed. I ain't got no money to eat. Like,
that's true.
I'm barely making it. I'm not. So,
Yeah.
I mean, do you feel like NIL deals, like, are they going to be a good thing to the sport? Or you feel like it's going to bring the sport down in any aspect of sports, like being a college, like
being a
former
college athlete, like just being
I
a
feel
college.
like it's going to be more of a business now. Like,
It
and
definitely
kind of
will be.
sucks, but it's, to me, my
you
point
think-
it kind
but-
of sucks, but it
yeah.
doesn't.
It sucks, but I definitely think it all along college athletes should have been getting paid. But I don't think it should have been to this level where like bro, people are getting. I'm talking about like there's 1.7 million a year. Like people are getting
more
paid.
like
Tennessee.
Jackson Smith and Jibba, wide receiver, got 1.7 million, bro.
Oh, you know,
That's
a
not
year.
even that much. Buddy that was in high school, the QB committed to like Tennessee. He got an $8 million NIL deal.
you're talking about.
See,
He got a whole mansion or something crazy.
So then, how do you think this will affect soccer though? Because then, you think soccer players will stay in college for that NIL deal, or you think they would just want to go pro?
I was thinking it's gonna do the opposite. Like the kids so in college, you don't. If you're not playing football or basketball, you're not making that much. You know,
That's just the reality.
so that's just the reality of the NIL stuff.
Okay.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel like it's gonna be the opposite for the other
Right. So
sports.
for soccer, you don't even have to go to like college to go pro.
Mhm.
A lot of kids are signing after high school
When
or
they put them
during
in
high
like
school.
certain like leveling up like leagues. I don't know how you call it, but like how you would word it, like academies. I think.
Exactly. There's
So you get up-
academies. There, the USL Championship, which is the division I play in. There's the MLS. People are signing homegrown contracts. Like you don't have to go to college to get signed pro. So that's why personally, I think I would have gone to 1 year to college, so I get the rest of my degree paid for like I do now. The rest of my degree paid for, but go pro after 1 year. You know, just get my degree after that, but do the rest online.
Wait. So you get even though you're not in college no more, you can still go back and finish your degree and off the scholarship.
So Ohio State pays for your degree if you go pro. So I'm still in classes
that's
right now
dope.
online. I graduate actually in May from Ohio State. So yeah, that's a nice thing. It was like a no-brainer.
Well,
I'm like,
congrats, man. That's dope.
appreciate it, man. That's like a
That's
lifetime.
hard work. I know that's got to be hard balancing both worlds.
100%. But that's something my parents always preached to me. Education is important, you know. So I'm
Because
blessed.
sports never last forever.
Never, man.
But,
Never.
hey, look,
Yeah.
speaking of forever an athlete.
You
Because
feel me?
even though sports don't last forever, like that's still in your heart. You always will have that competitive spirit. You always be like that. Even in the business world, even right now, what
Right.
we're doing is like putting countless hours towards the brand, putting countless hours towards your sport. Also, his season's upcoming. Me and you might have to take a trip to Arizona to watch him ball out.
And man, I'm down for that. I want to go to
Hey.
Arizona so bad.
I'll show y'all a good time too, man. Don't believe that.
But
Hey, but you know what I'm saying? I think Forever Athlete is so smart of a thing too, because like I feel like athletes just gotta have a different mindset too. You know, they just have a different mindset and whatever it is, even if they're done playing. Like, why do you think so many businesses and companies want to hire former student athletes after they graduate college? Because they know their drive, they don't want to give up, things like that.
The things that were instilled in us growing up playing sports,
Right.
is like the core things that we have in us as we continue on through life past sports.
Right.
And that's why I think Forever an Athlete is that's why you said like Forever Athlete is great because you're forever an athlete mentally. Like
100%,
even when
100%.
even when your physical body gives out, you know not to give up. You know how to stand out from the rest, getting 1% better every single day.
your morals are really like
Yeah,
football.
like really
Any
like
sport, any sport.
If it
builds
wasn't
that.
for sports, I wouldn't think this way. I wouldn't be this way.
Exactly.
I wouldn't want to
100%.
achieve. And we excel in the workplace. We excel in everything that we do. So, yeah, I mean that's gonna be it for this episode of Forever an Athlete. It was a pleasure having Channing on. You know my
It was dope.
dog.
Nice meeting you, bro.
You know,
You too,
flying
man, for
in,
real.
working, and still being able to sit here and just conversate a little bit, chop it up with us. So we definitely appreciate you showing love, and we definitely can't wait to see you play.
Appreciate it, man. I appreciate y'all coming out to AZ soon. Tapping with the brand.
Yes, sir. 1%, Forever an Athlete. You already know what's about to happen. Thank you to sponsors. Thank you to just all the support that we've been getting. Remember the giveaway. We have 2 500 followers, $100 gift card to Nike, and
wait. 500 subscribers to the YouTube.
and 500 subscribers to the. You want both?
Yes.
Yeah.
You get both 500 followers and 500 subscribers.
Follow
And
1%
then the
too.
100 followers.
Yeah,
give you
100
the-
followers get you
so,
the
we'll give you something easy for that one.
Yeah,
man.
we'll give you something easy. That's the first goal. And then follow 1% Apparel.
Yep.
Follow the brand. Pre-orders are out now, so go ahead and get your shirt, support. And we are coming out with more releases, new drops in summer and fall. So be ready for that. But that's going to be it. I'm Kai.
All right, this Will signing out, man.
Channing signing out, aka Juice.
Ooh,
Ooh,
Juice.
That was tough.
Yes, sir. Hey, that's it, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
That's it. Good little vibes.
Yeah, that was good, man.
Oh, was that your first podcast?
Yeah.
Hey, we got a professional for a podcast.
This was tough, man. I like it.